This is the Entertainment Buzz.
Hear me told you.
Yo. What them say? Up to the buzz. Me don't know. The buzz.
You know how we roll.
This is the Entertainment Buzz. Further on in the buzz.
What we gonna do right here is go back, way back into time.
Sky, are you? All the respect them eyes up. Like a flag. Hear me now? So bout it. Dig it way.
Entertainment Buzz are the real thing, man. Sight.
And now, our feature presentation.
Okay, want to say a very special welcome to the E-Buzz. I'm DJ Bones.
And I'm Kishima Francis. Of course, when I say big up to our sponsor, big up to Worthy Park Estate, Rum Bar Rum, truly Jamaican.
And of course, we want to say a very special hail to everyone who's on social media. How you doing, Raine?
Hey, Bones.
Can I be honest with you, honey?
Sure.
This is the best shower
Oh, Raine?
I've ever had. All right.
Okay.
And I want to say very special thanks and big ups to our friends who are following us on social media. Follow us on Twitter at IREFM_FM, Instagram IREFMJA, or like IREFM on Facebook. Yeah? And of course, like me when me there.
Also, I want to say big up to those of you who are watching us on the internet at irefm.net. Remember, you can log on and watch us for free. And then for those of you who are just listening to the 107s, Panakana in a taxi, wherever you are, it is the E-Buzz. It is also Child's Month. So, of course, we're going to put our children in the spotlight.
It's my month. I'm underage.
Well, I'm seeing your better side. So, yeah, this side is a little young and fresh.
Thank you. Rain, why you look so like you're not your head like
She's saying no?
I'm just listening.
Rain is like,
I'm just
oh,
listening.
what is she not that? Well, you make sure you're right.
I'm just listening.
Well,
That's all.
so are you agreeing?
I'm just listening.
All right,
Right.
smart.
Nah, I agree either.
Easy, And of course, we want to say a very special welcome to everyone who's in the studio. We have a full studio tonight.
We do.
I don't know nobody in here. There's one man in the glasses. My youth, at night. At night. Either you have a very bright future or you're taking a dim view, right? And we big up everybody in here. Respect. My phone talks to me.
That's what we see. So tonight we're going to be looking at music and our children. Should we be concerned? That's our topic of discussion later on. We're going to be joined on the telephone lines by Dr. Caroline Cooper, who will be chatting with us later on. We also will have Queen Ifreka, and of course Raine is here. Raine is an entertainer and a mom, and we have our music artist. Week after week, what we do, we put in the spotlight an upcoming entertainer, and of course this week we have Fabian Hamilton. Fabian Hamilton is our music artist this week. But you want to get into a bit of hot topics. Well, I have been out, so I guess you'll be leading the charge here.
I'm never here. I'm just in tonight. All right. Let us get into some of those very beautiful hot topics. Okay. Bunny Wailer has been released from hospital, right? And of course, Bunny Wailer, if you don't know, he is the iconic, one of the big whalers, you understand? And of course, living reggae legend Bunny Wailer, who was showed to his this Friday gig in Fort Lauderdale due to flu, was released today according to a series sources close to the. I'm sorry, I'm hearing a whole bunch of things on my microphone. According to a statement issued by the musician agent, it's led to believe that the entertainer was hospitalized after feeling ill before going on stage on Friday. He also had to cancel his Sunday show in Atlanta. The Fort Lauderdale and Atlanta gigs were Wailer's final 2 dates of a 16-city North American tour, which kicked off on April 13 in San Francisco. Wailer hopes to reschedule his missed shows at the Culture Room for later this summer. So, just gonna feel good. I don't.
Yeah.
I get the feeling
Well,
that
get well soon. We say Bunny.
Bunny,
Yeah.
make up yourself.
And it's good to know that, he's out and about. Now, Reggae Sumfest, a lot of persons are talking about that. Of course, Joseph Bogdanovich, he basically is saying that for this year, there will be no international night in addition to no international act. What do you feel about that, Raine?
That's gonna be a bit weird, because we
Traditionally,
exactly we were so used to seeing the international acts, and I think a lot of international people, a lot of overseas people came here to see that. But let's see how it goes.
It's interesting you said that. When you say a lot of overseas people, why would overseas people come to see international acts? I think they need to come and see.
Of
Our-
course, no, they're
our
here
acts.
to see. They're here to see the dancehall acts
Yeah,
also. But
yeah. Do you
they're
know
here-
that? We've been covering. Well, I can talk personally, covering Sumfest for over 20 years. The biggest show or the biggest
Pull,
night
dance all night.
is dance all night, which you have performed on.
That's true, of
a few
course.
nights.
Yes.
All right. There has to be. Change is good. I always agree that change is good. You've always had international night, part 1, part 2.
and two, yes.
Friday night normally flop.
Well, the turnout is usually weak.
Not
If
as
it's the week
good.
of the 3 nights, yes,
Yes.
it's usually the weakest night.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yes.
In terms of when you do a comparative analysis of it, Thursday night, ram. Friday night, not so strong.
Not so strong.
And Saturday night,
Ram.
ram.
Yeah.
So if they do, I'm going to assume that now they've cut it down to 2 nights.
Oh, it's not 2 nights.
2 nights. So I'm going to assume
So
that
they're doing
Friday
a reggae,
night.
a reggae and a dancehall.
Yeah, I'm going to assume the
Oh.
Friday night is going to be sort of a dance all night and Saturday night international.
So it would be Friday, July 22 would be dancehall night, and reggae night is Saturday, July 23. So let's see what happens with the festival. And normally Reggae Sumfest is a space where you see a wide cross section of persons from the very young to the very old, and you normally know that the teeny boppers, they will come out for their international acts. So it should be interesting to see the mix this year. And I know a lot of persons would normally go to Sumfest, not necessarily for the acts, but then also for just the atmosphere, the socialization,
Yes, you're
and
right.
that kind of thing. So
Well, I tell you something. I had a chance to speak with Johnny Gozong a few weeks ago. And if they can lock that act, there's going to be an international act. We don't talk about whatever. If they lock that,
Sound like it. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
It's-
You
it's a
something.
lot.
You know something what we.
yes, he's from Montego Bay. He knows
Okay.
plenty.
Yeah.
But-
They're talking to somebody. It may not happen, but if it does, it'll be awesome.
All right, so if you're just joining us, you are inside the E-Buzz. We have Raine, Seville, and we also have our music artist, Fabian Hamilton.
Fabian,
Yes, sir.
how are you in the master?
Debo, man.
You all right?
Yeah, man, cool.
Talk to us a little bit about your advent into the music industry. Is it something that you've loved, or is it a hobby for you? Tell us a little bit about how you got in.
Well, I wouldn't just say it's a hobby.
Okay,
Something
tell us.
that I
Tell
love.
us what it is.
From ever since I knew myself, love music, have been doing music, but since recently I decided to take it up this serious.
What you call
propelled that decision?
I was going to ask how recent.
How recent? Like, I've been taking it serious by like entering like JCDC competitions, going various places and doing items and stuff like that. But where it comes down to recording in the studio, like a month or 2 ago, I took it
Okay.
up that serious too.
Okay.
What would you say is your short-term goal? What do you hope to achieve? And are you working with like a management team?
Well, at the moment, I'm not yet working with a management team. There are a few individuals there who would like to manage me, but I like a lot of options, so not really jumping the gun.
You leave your options wide.
Yeah.
Let us talk about your talent. How would you describe your musical style?
Well, my musical style is more of a reggae style.
All right.
Basically, I love reggae music. Most times when I sing reggae music.
I'm a skeptic, and I don't believe when people tell me nothing. I could be stupid. I don't believe you. All right. So how would you prove it to me that that's your style?
How would I prove it to you?
Sing something. I mean, let's hear you.
She carry me for 9 months and she never complain. Me coulda never diss me mommy when she feel so much pain. She carry me for 9 months and she never complain. Me coulda never diss me mommy when she feel so much pain.
Okay.
All right, I'm a believer. No.
You also seem very young. Are you still in school? And if so, how are you balancing the two?
Well, yes, I am just 17 years of age. Now attending the Money College.
Mm.
And
I never see you when I was up there.
I saw you though, sir.
You couldn't say hello.
Yeah, man, me come shake your hand.
You shake
Oh,
my hand.
wow.
You're too lie.
Me shake your hand.
Nobody no shake my hand. You ain't up there for true?
Yeah, man, I was there.
All right.
On that day.
Shame
I
on you
performed
both.
that day too.
But talk to us about how you balance the two, because being 17, you're very young, and you know it's okay to be young and have big aspirations and dreams. But how are you balancing the two, and where does your family fall in?
Well, to tell the truth, it's very hard in balancing the two. But because of the passion I have for music, I tend to don't really watch that. Yeah, I tend to just find time for school, and when it's music time, it's just music time.
What are you studying?
I'm studying business studies.
That's good. That will complement your
Yeah,
music.
No, absolutely.
planning to
I wanted to ask you though, do you think that your love and passion for music is hereditary? Do your family, your mother, your dad, or anybody in your family, has that same
Yes,
kind of
it
passion
is.
and it's spread across? Tell us.
My dad.
How so?
Well, he's a professional lead guitarist.
Okay.
And he also sings. So, I mean, he inspired me a lot where music is concerned. My sister also sings. So,
Really?
yeah. So, I mean, it's a family thing, basically.
What do you hope to achieve, say, in 5 years? Where do you see yourself musically?
Well, in 5 years, basically, what I'll tell you now, in 5 years, probably is something even better than that. Because
How so?
I tend to try to, do way better than, like, if I tell you something now, I mean, I just go way above that. I
So
try to.
you would say to yourself that you're an overachiever.
Yes, I would say to myself, I'm an overachiever.
Do you write your own stuff?
Yes, I write my own stuff.
And this track was inspired by your mom?
Well, yes. I mean, I was at school one day and I was in a classroom. I'm a producer and was there before maths class, and it was there building the rhythm, and I was there just bouncing to the rhythm.
Building a rhythm before your math class.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Okay.
So Travis over there.
I did that at school too. Played instruments. So you go. Christopher Birch, you are not a good influence, son. Yes.
But carry on. You're building
Yes,
a
go ahead.
rhythm before
Yeah,
math
and
class.
I was there and I wasn't even thinking about Mother's Day or anything like that. I was just thinking about my mother at the moment. I listened to the rhythm and words just started flowing. Took out a pen and a book and I started writing. It took me like roughly 20 to 25 minutes, wrote the whole song, and then I went to class. Yeah.
So you were late for class?
No, I wasn't late for class.
You're 17 years old. Obviously, you have a very strong passion for this business.
Yeah, I do.
But you're still in school.
Yes, I'm still in school.
For the folks, you have a lot of young youths out there, who have a passion for the music, but they're willing to do away with school because them say, why, what psychology and chemistry are going to do me and physics in the real world? They don't get that. What would you say to them? Because you're in school, and of course, I know for a fact that schooling balances your music.
Yes, it does. For me, who is doing business studies at the moment,
Yes.
I'm planning to incorporate music and business.
What would you tell the young youth them out there?
Well, I'll tell them that, the best thing to do is to continue in school, and whatever you're doing in school, incorporate it with music. Because, I mean, you have to have a backup plan. You can't just have music as the main thing, because music it can just not work out for you. So you have to have something.
A contingency.
Yeah.
And very fitting,
Yeah.
Bones, we're having
Yeah.
Fabian Hamilton. It is Child Month. He is 17 in college and balancing music and his degree in business.
Fabian,
Commendable.
I want to thank you exactly for what you just said a while ago in terms of having a backup plan. A lot of those musicians don't have it, but they have the potential to have the backup plan, but they don't explore that plan. And I want to thank you for that, just to let them know that if you are in school and you have some sort of intellect, and because you get a song shot, as they would say, you just Lego school. No, don't do that. Focus on school, because school is what is going to keep your money. I have one pretty girl coming nice today.
We also have Raine, Seville, and Queen Ifreka.
Ifreka.
Hello.
What?
Speaking.
Ifreka, what is our favorite saying?
Whatever.
Whatever. No, you're not doing it right. Whatever, baby.
Well, you have to just give it a little moment.
No. Let us just. All right, we vented. We're all right now. Freka, what, baby?
We're good enough.
I'm happy to see you. How you doing?
It's always a pleasure.
You all right?
I love the look. Love it.
Why, your future too bright, or you're just taking a dim view? Why are we dark as the night here?
You know, sir, Jamaican something now for us just how we feel.
So, come on, say Raine have no dark.
Image.
Well, I know image much tonight.
Oh, okay.
No, I think I know why she wear it. Ifreka, put down that. Me know you're on TV. I'm happy to see you, though.
All right. No, week after week, Tony T, of course, she gives us the social media highs and lows. So we're going to go to that. Tony T, what's up?
Hey, I'm Tony T with the 411 on what's popping on social media with your favorite celebs. What's hot, what's not, your social media highs and lows. This week, The Cure takes the spotlight. Here's your social media high.
Cure again now. Come to give you more.
Grammy-nominated reggae artist Jacure has finally shared a photo of his Grammy certificate. On his official Instagram page, Jacure posted the photo today of the National Academy of Recording Arts and Science certificate and the medal which symbolizes their recognition of his nomination for Best Reggae Album, The Cure, at the 58th Grammy Awards. Be thankful, Ja, fans, musicians. Hashtag we will never stop. Caption Jacure while his fans congratulate him in the comments, noting how deserving he is and expressing just how happy they are for him. So Bajan pop sensation Rihanna has launched a global scholarship campaign. Since this announcement in a trending video on social media, her Caribbean fans are beaming with excitement as the Caribbean Rihanna Navy, inclusive of Jamaicans, will benefit from this scholarship. Yes, Jamaican citizens are eligible to be one or many of 50 persons who will be selected this August to receive a scholarship to pursue higher education in the US. Kudos to you, Rihanna. That's a good look.
This one goes out to the struggle.
What's not? Taking things out of context. Dancehall fans have been angered online because of a statement made by the self-proclaimed king of the dancehall, Beenie Man. I introduce the world to what dancehall is because I am the king of it and I have to work to keep it up. In an interview with Billboard Online, those were the very high praises that the unstoppable DJ had for himself. Now fans are bashing Beenie because that is the only statement being highlighted, and as usual we just run with it. Let's just clear this up. The statement came after he said, when I go on tour, I don't do any other songs, just dancehall music. And that's when he said, I introduced the world to dancehall. Dancehall fans, calm down. It doesn't mean he was the first. It simply means as best as he can, he introduces dancehall on any stage he graces. It's always good to get the full story before boarding the wagon. Tell you know about these blogs already. And hey, if you still believe he meant it any other way, that's on you. But it is totally okay to believe in oneself that much. After all, it makes one truly unstoppable.
Wicked people want to see me in the roller ground. Tell them to test me if they can me have me one gun.
That's the deets on your social media highs and lows. I'm your girl Tony T. Who will it be next week? Watch that post. I'm out.
All right.
Thank you there, Tony T. All right, so we have Raine and Queen Ifreka inside the buzz. So it's only fitting that we catch up with both ladies before we delve into the discussion. So Raine, what's been going on with you? What's the latest?
A lot of greatness. You know, I have new management. Island Jams, the whole Island Jams family.
Hold on, you want to have so much manager? Hold on there. Apart
No,
from
two.
1, 2,
Okay,
3.
that's
No. Tell me where it stop. Where it start.
They're not a part of my team.
So how much money in there?
But everybody, well.
I would have hold on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No counting on set. No counting.
Listen, my team big. My team big.
No, in a lot. As Donald Trump would say, huge.
Talk to us about your management team and
so
what we
the
can
Island
expect.
Jams family.
Right, where are they? Here?
Dre and Sharon, they're the bosses. They're
Right.
And then we have the other artists.
What drew you to work with them?
They're very professional. I observed what they did before actually signing with them. And they showed a lot of interest in my art. And I feel especially as a female artist, you need that structure, you know, and they provided that.
So now that you're with them, what are your expectations? Like, where do you want to see your career go?
I definitely want to see it more international. You know, a lot of people know Raine Seville locally, but the aim now is to build the brand outside of Jamaica, you know, and they're helping with that.
You look good in Atlanta.
Oh, you saw those pictures? What did you see? The performance or the pictures?
Both. I think you were ton up.
Amazing. Thank you.
I was also at the Dexter Daps event over there too.
Oh, okay, cool.
So
all right, they're having a moment. So
no, wait.
Listen.
All right, but Raine,
yes.
I want you to tell me a little bit about your prognosis for the future. What are you looking at? Apart from just expanding the brand overseas, can we look out for an album, an EP? What can we look out for you?
A lot of people have been asking me about the album because I've been out since 2009.
Yes.
So, you know, everyone's like, Raine, where's the album? I do believe that I have grown. You know, I'm definitely more diverse. I started out singing. Now I can sing J and DJ. So the album is definitely, if it's not the end of this year, it's definitely early next year.
How do you feel that your diversity came about? Is it that you were thrown into situations where you had to just work with the flow and say, okay, I normally just do this alone, but no, I'm going to have to do this because of the situation? Or is it that you just diversified your set?
Okay, here's the thing. I always had the mindset to never be predictable. You understand? So from I entered the industry, I knew that I would never be predictable. And it was always of importance to grow because things change and are rapid.
Right.
You know, so I knew that I needed to make that necessary transition, especially to increase my fan base.
Queen Ifreka, what's been going on with you? We see a lot has been going on. And by the way, you look fantastic for, you know, we know you had your bouncing babe recently. So,
Ifreka, can you even see me? Because I can't see you.
Don't worry about
so
that.
you can't just deal with me in my glass. Like
You know why?
You want to see your eyes.
I love you.
Eh? You can't just give me 2 seconds
Look
in my
at
glass.
Ifreka.
Eh?
You's a man tigga be a girl.
Yeah, but take off things off a freezer and put it on with out.
You can't out. You're icy. Ifreka.
So, what have I been doing?
Yes.
I just came forward from Angola Moonsplash. That was awesome.
I heard that.
Ryan can more, because me more sit down and him say, Queen, we're doing this, we're doing that, we're doing that. What I'm doing for sure, though, is music and advocacy. I am a new advocate for the OCA, Office of the Children Advocate. So
yes,
it's Child Month. So we're busy on the school scenes and you know what music does.
Talk to us a little bit about your role, Queen Ifreka, because I've been hearing like about a lot of school tours, right?
Yeah.
And then sometimes when you really look into it, like I find myself thinking, what really is the purpose of this school tour when you look at, for example, say the lineup of some of them?
Yes.
I find myself questioning the situation because I am a mom, I have a child, and if there's going to be a school tour, you have your child in the school vicinity, you want to know what is he being exposed to.
Right.
So as a child advocate, what do you think about the purpose of the school tour and how effective is it?
A lot of it is hypocrisy, because you know I don't beat around bush.
Straight.
So it's like you're going into the school, let's do for example, you're going into the school for abstinence. But yet still, everybody that comes up on stage is saying, if you know, say you have your man all right. Abstinence, you know.
Yeah,
That's
but
conflict
how
of
does that work?
interest,
Yeah.
right?
exactly.
You know what
My
I mean?
point, I can't get past
So
that.
my thing is, even if you're an artist that does that kind of music,
Place
even
and
if you
time.
never have one, because because I believe that it's not just people who do good songs must do school tour.
No, yeah.
I believe
Right.
that people who also contribute to whatever negatives in society must also truthfully come to the kids and say this was happening and what you're supposed to and not to. But to have that hypocrisy where you're sending one message but you really don't necessarily mean that.
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
that you're pushing. You just
Because you're saying
doing
don't
it
do that,
because
but then
have
you did
to.
have this hot song. Yeah, you know?
It's
You know-
hypocrisy.
Yeah.
And you know, Ifreka, one of the things I love with you is that even when it is time for the topic, you preempt it.
Well, I don't know. I don't.
No,
she
you never
asked me
know.
No,
but
I
me-
don't-
me- me-
yeah.
make you know.
Answer
But
out
me not lie, you know.
you know it thing,
How
no.
I want you to give me the details from the Anguilla show because I have a brethren, him named Andre Barnes. You know him?
Yes,
Barnes,
yes,
me call him.
yes,
He's
yes.
like a brown you, like a,
Yes.
he's supposed to, let's see. What? See him there? how was it? And of course, big up Charlie B, wherever Charlie B there.
Well, the thing about that is an artist keep it. I think I think
well,
it's
yeah, that's-
17. It's a couple years now him doing it.
Yeah.
But is Banky Banks.
Banky Banks.
Yes, he's a Rasta brethren who is an artist from
Yeah, man.
Anguilla. Do him thing, people rate him, respect him over there. Him have a festival that is supported by locals and
Right.
tourists
And I understood that.
as like. And you know, what I would love to see is more things like, you know, things we have in
Here.
Jamaica, yes.
In Jamaica.
Because the people do love us, the music, you know, outside of here.
And the reception was good, eh?
Yeah, man, nice. You know.
Ifreka, one of the things I'd love for you to do, and Raine, we're going to a commercial break.
Okay.
Now, remember now that May is Child's Month.
Yes.
Is there anything that you two particularly can put together collaboratively?
Okay.
All right?
And
we're-
send us off to a
and
break.
send us off to a break. May
Yeah.
is Child's Month. Let's hear what you got.
It's never easy for a child, Rain. It's never easy for a child to make up their mind in a split second just because somebody wants them to. It's never easy, my sister. Tell them what you got to.
Well, you see, even though it never easy, if they will listen, listen to the voices of the angels calling them, trying to guide you and see you through. So you better listen. Yeah.
And never let go.
I mean,
That's
teach,
right.
I mean,
Yeah.
teach it to them, you know. You don't know.
So forward, stick
So
and
forward.
stay.
When the sun goes down and you're stepping out, step up to gold, rum bar gold. Age 4 years for premium days, rum bar gold. Come join the fans, they'll tell you it's worth its weight in gold. Sip after sip after sip, step up to gold, rum bar gold. Enjoy responsibly.
Chug it! Anniversary! Sunday, May the 15th. We have beach the grill on the anniversary. The grill a chug it run road in a chug it run road. I eat one road in a chug it run road. Remember Beanie Man and Spice. A chug it anniversary. Chug it!
Okay. You might see me in the Ray-Ban.
This is an IRIFM Big Up. What happens when the cool, awesome taste of the one and only Jamaican beer collides with the refreshing summer fun flavor of lemon? Red Stripe Lemon Paradise. Vanquish the lame and embrace the paradise. Must be 18 years and older. Drink responsibly.
May 22, Sabina Park. Get ready for beer. Excitement. Jamaica Beer Festival. Must be 18 years or older. Drink responsibly. ID required. Visit Red Stripe Jamaica on Facebook and Instagram and see the press for details.
Hey, yo, you know it's Highway FM, the superior. Them had a liquor station and nothing but inferior.
Change on the psyche on behalf of the children.
And the right thing for them go. And the right thing for them fail. And the right thing for them.
Gavin, how long is the break?
Where them a go do for garden people? 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 Where them a go do for garden people?
So what we say?
They are me and they are daddy. I watch it inquiry. Me watch it every day. Your money will fire me. They are galard the new cowboy get the commissionary. Fi tell you no the truth that no really matter me. Cause at the end of the day them a bench and can't bother say that cause he might cause me. You don't know when me attack already. Make me see up on this side of pick them can't hear me. I justice the people them want at the valley. Bruce Gold. You not tell no lie on this stand, make it shoot free. You call the people them a West Kingston done a free you.
All right, want to say welcome back to those of you who are just joining us. You're inside the E-Buzz. Want to say big up also to our sponsor. Big up to Worthy Park Estate, Rumbar Room, truly Jamaican.
And of course, if you're just joining us once again, we want to say a very special welcome to our very special in-studio guest, Raine Seville. How you doing, Raine?
I'm fine.
Can I tell you something, honey?
Sure.
If I was a weather pattern, you know what I'd be?
What is that?
Rain.
Hey.
And of course, Ifreka.
Call my name like when you had to put some water.
Hold on, Ifreka. I'm telling you that the sexy talk. Hear me now?
No.
Hear me now?
Look here.
You will know? It means say, Ifreka. Hear you now?
Whatever.
What?
You just call it
Okay, now what?
I go like, you know, you had to show some water.
Yeah.
All right.
I know. I would
Not
never
for say
dash
something
you.
to you, cause
You know,
like,
Ifreka,
really
there's
know.
one thing I must tell you.
Yes, sweetie.
I've always loved you.
Thank you.
You are
Do you have any
my,
cushion?
no. You're my stew because you're a Rastafari, right? So you know you're my stew. You know, and you know
can't
that.
manage bones.
I kind of eat quinoa still.
You know, I'm just happy that you're here. And you know, if we're gonna be talking about Child's Month, you're a true advocate.
True.
For that, and a lot of things have been happening with our kids.
Shouldn't be doing, you know. We
No.
need like 10, 20 more, you see.
Yeah.
And we hope we can get to talk how we got tonight still. So
No,
we
free.
never jumpy gun.
Right. We're going to have a special feature right now. It's our Child Star feature.
Okay.
And I would like for everyone who's listening right now to give a very special listen to this feature. Here it is.
In commemoration of Child Month, we put the spotlight on upcoming child stars.
My name is Kaylia Little and I am 12 years of age. I attend the 4-pass primary and junior high school and my favorite subjects are mathematics and social studies. I have been singing for a few years and my inspirational artist is Kevin Downswell.
I'm leaning on the everlasting arms of Jesus until the day he comes. Though I know it's not the good that I have done, I know through Jesus there's a victory to be won.
Because His music is very inspirational and he loves to sing and I know he loves the Lord. Yes, I would love to pursue a career in music because I love to sing and it is what I do best. Yes, I do think music influences the behavior of others because sometimes when I sing to my friends, it encourages them to do better and to do the right thing. I would advise my Jamaican entertainers to continue to sing and sing good music because good music influences people to do better.
For no matter what it takes, I really wanna make heaven my home.
Thank you, Kalia Little. Join us next week for another Child Star special in celebration of Child Month with yours truly, Gavin G.
You know, one of the things I couldn't agree with more is making sure that our children have the infrastructure to shine. Because a lot of times our children just need a little help to push forward. And you know, this month is a month. You know, it's a child month, but it should be right through the year. Just like Mother's Day and all the other days to say, oh, we're going to pay a special homage to mothers and fathers and children. But we really need to make sure that our kids have the infrastructure right through the year. We want to say a very special welcome to Dr. Carolyn Cooper. She's online with us now. Dr. Cooper, welcome.
Thank you.
We're going to be going into our discussion on music and our children. Should we be concerned? Of course, in studio, we also have Queen Ifreka. She's a children's advocate, mom, entertainer. We also have Raine, Seville, mom and entertainer. And we have our 17-year-old music artist, Fabian Hamilton, who undoubtedly will partake in this discussion because we have to get our children involved and it's important to hear from them so we can know how to go forward and what we need to do to quell the problem or the situation.
Well, one of the things that we want to talk about, music plays plays an important role in the socialization of children and adolescents. Popular music is present almost everywhere, and it is easily available through radio, various other means, recordings, the internet, and new technologies, allowing adolescents to hear the diverse, we'll say, settings and situations alone to share with friends. We want to talk about the music and, of course, the impact of music on our children. A lot of times, you're trying to tell your child a particular message. They just don't get it. You say, darling, don't do that. But if you sing it to them or talk to them in a certain way, it somehow works out. But then, of course, there's the good and the bad of that. Because the bad part is the negative messages that some of the music is putting out, and the kids grab onto that. And not only do they grab onto it, they seem to hold on to it forever. What can we do in terms of the messages that are being sent to our children? Is it that the negativity, can we curve it, or is it stemming from the initial base of, you know, grow up a child in the way he should grow, so no matter what the child hears, it will never affect the child? What are your thoughts in terms of how we should hone our kids in terms of the message that they get in the music?
I start? Okay, well, I do believe as entertainers, a lot of kids idolize us, you understand, and we can't ignore that. Right. I am a mother. And as much as I appreciate the fan base from the kids being my fan base, I have to admit that they aren't the only ones who make up my fan base.
Right.
You understand? I'm an entertainer. It's my job as Raine Seville to entertain. So when it is that I sing about something, it's not necessarily something that I live. You understand? Just like actors, just like selectors. I think it's sometimes too much responsibility they put too much responsibility on the entertainers. even though it's our responsibility to.
Give me a balance of what you would
let's
consider
hear
too
from Queen
much.
Ifreka and,
1 second, Kish. In
Dr.
terms
Cooper.
of too much responsibility, is there a balance of what entertainers should accept? If you are an entertainer and kids revere you and look up to you,
Right.
is there a borderline of where they should stop looking up to you? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that they should keep in mind,
Yes, yes.
or the parents or whoever is responsible for them, who has the ultimate responsibility for them, should always keep in mind that we are just entertainers. We're doing a job. You understand? When it is that
Okay.
you see me on the road in the supermarket with my daughter, I am Lorraine. I am not Raine. You understand? I have my 5-year-old daughter, but there are certain things that I do that she does not know, as in certain music that I sing. So I think
Okay.
that, the parents should have that responsibility of what their kids hear.
Queen Ifreka.
Okay, so audio and visual are the two culprits in the room, right? Our kids listen to music because it does something to them naturally. That
Right.
is why it is a part of everything that is marketed to kids is done with music.
Okay.
Now, when the child listens to the music, then automatically you want to see these words now. You want to see the person that sings this song. You want to understand what this word mean, what this person is saying. So this person either puts out a video or something, so you put the audio with the visual.
Right.
And the lesson is learned in that moment. What we have in our society is a lot of culprits in the forms of people who want to market products, especially to young people. So they don't care about the effects of what a certain type of music does to teenagers, because they need sexual aphrodisiacs to sell and they need partying to take place. If we're going to talk truthfully about what's happening to our kids and how music affects them, we have to look at how society manipulate music and also visual. Because when you look at the movies and when a person hear the raunchiness in the song and then they go to a video that has a girl or a man depicting the image of it, that's where they learn from. That's where they put 1 and 2 together. So if you have a society that is not willing to step in and do not put that into the space of children under no circumstances, whether or not it aids them to sell products or not, we're not going to fix, because this thing is going to spread to where it's at now. Because if OCA and these CDAs should call in and tell you to the level of where music impact youths in this country and their behavioral patterns, it's frightening and it's overwhelming. And it's time now for the players in our society, the ones that are famous for selling products and getting artists to endorse them, to really look at what they are doing to our kids as a result of that.
Are you scared? Are you scared of the visual aspect?
Yes, because
I noticed that you were talking about audio-visual. You mentioned those two elements initially.
Yes.
And then you talk about the visual, because that's actually what you're
They see it. So they're saying, so when this artist is saying, I can't use the things now, but when they see it on Facebook now that they have so much access to, because the OCA will be putting out a survey that shows 38% of our young people saying that they go on Facebook for whatever reason. And it's easy to go there. It's easy to see whatever there. So when you see an artist singing something and then you see some dance post and you see some girl in some dance doing some crazy thing to some... the little child that's either standing there most of the times, they're in the videos, or if they're looking on with adults, they're seeing it. And they're bright. From 1 to 8, a child it becomes a human from the age of 1 to 8. That's where they learn everything. That's
And
going to build them for
to
their
strengthen
future.
what you're saying, Queen Ifreka, because here it is, you also have reggae music, which is revolutionary.
Yes.
And undoubtedly, in reggae music, you have people saying, from Bob Marley saying, I feel like bombing a church,
Yes.
to Chronix wanting to start a fire in Rome.
Yes.
Yet, at the same time, the connotation somewhat seems different.
Yes.
Because if you watch the video, that is not being portrayed.
Yes.
So you see something different. So,
Yes.
Dr. Cooper, do you believe, or would you concur with what Queen Ifreka had mentioned earlier to say the visual mixed with the lyrics actually does something to our children because they get an understanding of seeing in addition to hearing?
Well, I think the visual definitely has a very powerful impact.
True.
Not just on young people and anybody. When you get the combination of the songs, the lyrics and the images, they reinforce each other. But I think one of the things we have to bear in mind is that we have to be careful about what we allow the children to see, so that there's this whole
True.
question of censorship, and what might be appropriate for an adult is not appropriate for a child. So you can't just say everything is bad, and so the children mustn't watch everything. It depends on the age of the person who is viewing the video and their capacity now to discriminate and say, yes, this is foolishness, or no, this is sense, So it's not just the song itself or the video that we have to, sort of assess, but the appropriateness for the age of the person who is watching.
Dr. Nye, one of the things I wanted to ask you in terms of once you get into teenagers or a little under teenagers, the parents of those teenagers may do infrastructurally the best that they can to protect their children. But then, that children are teenagers, so they kind of become rebels. The minute you say to them, don't do that, don't listen to this, don't do that, they go out a road and they broke out. And a lot of times when they do broke out, they broke out beyond the realms that you could even fathom. Do you think that what they're seeing outside the parameters of the home, that should be controlled? And is there a possibility to do that in a way that, okay, so the parents tried their best, it never worked out, and then they go out a road, and what do you think that we should do in terms of outside, especially the dance hall or the other areas that they probably would see other things apart from what their parents would try to control? Doc?
Yeah. I thought you said Dr. Naya. No?
I just said Doc.
No, earlier, yeah. Okay, what you're asking about is control outside of the home.
Yes.
And, it's difficult to monitor these other spaces where young people will have access. So I don't know how we're going to do it. But my concern about censorship is that we can't censor all of the production. We have to try to censor access. Okay, so
But
I just really repeating myself here.
Right.
So I don't know how we would control the access to the
But you
internet.
see, what we're finding, is a lot of voices for the problems. There's a lot of excuses for the problems that we have in this country. We can't do this, we can't do that, we can't do this, we can't do that. But the fact remains that our kids are dying at alarming rates. They are over-sexualized at alarming levels.
Yes.
There's no respect for adults, for themselves. We look in schools and see where within a week we can find 3 schools where a kid have either stabbed up one another, killed one another, or something. When are we going to step away from the culture in Jamaica when it is easy for us to say? Because it's happening everywhere. it's hard to come down on it because we're going to take away something that the people likes. Isn't anybody listening to the cries of the mass in this country who is begging for voices like the Caroline Coopers, the Irie FMs, the Queen Ifrekas, to provide a voice for them to say, we are helpless in how our kids are cultured,
Yes.
in how they're socialized. We want to free them up. We don't want to beat them and box them over the head like our parents did. But we don't want to have them socialized at the expense of their morals, at the expense of what it means to truly grow up as a teenager in a
Right.
country where your adults look out for you. We need to speak seriously and hold our policymakers and culture changers accountable for what's happening in our
Queen,
nation.
I'd want to bring in Fabian at this juncture to find out from you, as you're 17, as a teenager, how are you influenced by the music, and what does it do to you when you listen to certain songs? How does it make you feel?
Well, growing up in a Christian home, I basically know how to control myself when it comes down to music. I mean, like, music is a very powerful thing, and it's easy for a child to be influenced by music.
Yes.
But you should train the child in the way they should grow, and when they're old, they will not depart from it. So, I mean, you can't stop them from really hearing these stuff because, I mean, you go on the road, you go in a taxi, I mean, you pass various places, you're going to hear certain music and stuff like that, and so you can't get away from it. It influences me in some way, but I basically know how to control myself when it comes down to music on a whole.
So when you hear the derogatory stuff being out in the open there,
We know you don't cover your ears.
right? And they're big ears. So,
Seriously?
talk to us. Do you just walk along and say, look, I don't care about that?
No,
or
no.
is it like, let me see what we can take from that, but it not really bother me still?
I mean, music is so powerful in
It
the way
is.
that
It is.
you will be there and you start singing it and you not even know say you sing it. I mean, the rhythm
I
alone.
agree with that.
The rhythm alone will make you just start bounce to it and you say,
All when it's foolishness.
Yeah. I mean, so music is very powerful. So I mean, not that I'm gonna hear something and just completely turn my mind from it same time. I mean, I find myself giving in to certain stuff at times when it come on to
You know,
music.
Dr. Cooper, one of the things is that music is extremely addictive. The messages may not be good, but somehow it doesn't matter what the message is, depending on the melody or the beat or the phrase or whatever.
How often it's
Something.
how-
Thank you.
How
often
you
it's
agree?
played.
I agree with
How
that to you,
often
Ifreka.
it's played.
The frequency of it, and
Exactly.
it's not just radio, but sound
When you
system.
go to the parties, all of
So
that.
what are we
Yeah.
promoting?
Exactly.
There's a
And when you
balance.
go when you go on the school tours, the artists that they have on
Right.
it.
Yeah.
So it you can't just blame the
There's
art.
a balance.
Exactly.
Nobody's not saying don't have a get bad and go on with the thing kind of situation.
Yes,
Because we
time
are
and
setting
place
up.
though.
But we're saying if you're looking around and seeing what's happening to our kids, and you're looking on and you see that it's not a joke anymore, like killing
Too
of
many
kids.
videos with our children having
and
sexual intercourse and
Come
all
on,
sorts
no.
of
One
things.
time a
It's-
3-year-old or a 4-year-old used to ignorant to what those things is. Now them are educated.
Yeah, but I agree with what you're saying. But can you blame music for that, or music alone, when you have the internet, when you have
You have the
movies,
you have the free access to
when
it.
you have free
there's
access to all kind of?
It's
Can
not
you
a
really blame
game.
mu-
It's not a blame game happening here in sis.
Okay.
It's not a blame game. It's what is being. Music is being exploited for all the wrong reasons. So you will have a girl like Raine now yourself,
Yes.
who want to be sexy, who want to show your
not
your
want, she
possess.
is, she
I'm
is.
saying that
Yes.
you know
Yes.
she
Yes.
knows that.
Yes.
Now
Yes.
you would like to do that, not
Yeah.
be judged. Do it in a space where you can feel free to do it. But because a girl like you know not willing to just lay down and go way over the board, these problems that we're having now that we're talking about might not even want to give you the full props. They'd want to see how far you're
Yeah, you're
willing to
right.
go, or
You're right.
how raunchy is
Push the
is
envelope.
You're right.
When,
Push
and
the
then
envelope.
now you'll be in the spotlight. You'll be the new girl, but at the expense of a little girl who really admires you, who would really. And I see them do that to a lot of our female artists
right,
who
you're right.
just want to do music, be sexy, and not necessarily have to go through the politics
Extreme.
of,
You're
of
right.
selling your soul.
Yes.
You know
what I mean?
You know, Ifreka and Raine, I want to ask Dr. Cooper this. It's a very simple question, but it's also very hard. Dr. Cooper, why is music so powerful? It's a very simple question, but I know that there's so many facets to it. But people do things. I know pilots who stop flying aircrafts to go and do an album. I know doctors who stop cutting
And
people.
lawyers.
And lawyers. And judges who get out of their profession that makes...
To do music.
To do music. What do you think? What is the power of it? Is it the... I'm not even going to try to answer that. I'm going to ask you that question, Dr. Cooper.
Well, I can't answer that question. I think each individual must know what it is that is drawing them to an alternative profession to the one that they're formally trained in.
Yes.
These lawyers and doctors and so that you're talking about. I think music has the capacity to turn people into stars that maybe they won't be as doctors or lawyers, put them in the public eye,
Answering the question,
give them
yes.
this sense of, I am desirable and all of that. I don't know. I think that the arts in general have the capacity to draw us out of everyday reality and give us a sense of an alternative way of being in the world. I don't know whether it's good or bad, but there's something about music that, as we talked about the beat, that is catchy rhythm, the cycles of nature are rhythmic, and maybe there's just something organic about music that we can't really absolutely define, but it has appeal.
It does. And Dr. Cooper, you did answer the question. I know you think you didn't, but you really did, because I've seen some people made some major sacrifices to get into music, and where they were financially, psychologically, they were set. They didn't have to do it, but they decided to get into it because of the love of it, the passion of it, and the benefits of it in terms of the hype. A lot of people get into the hype of the music too. So yeah, you're right. Thanks to Cooper.
It's 9:30. In putting a cap on things, we have seen where. Do you believe that music sometimes teaches us, not just children, but even adults, how to relate to each other, how to communicate? You will see that because this is popular, this is the new fad. So let me communicate with this woman this particular way because this is the in thing. Do you believe that music has the power to do that and ultimately sometimes influences our behavior?
Yeah, man, it's not a mistake why the wise and smart entrepreneurs of our countries use our popular celebrities to endorse their products, because they know that these people are loved by a lot of people, and if these people are seen endorsing their products, it means that they're doing something good. What I want these artists now to do in response to that is to be cognizant of the fact, say, we live in an island where we can easily be impacted by climate change.
Yes.
So when you finish endorsing these products and eating up these products, the garbage that you get from that, where do you put it? Who is encouraging the people to dispose of these garbage properly so that we can have a clean, healthy environment for young people to eat nice food, practice nice things that they love, but we are also fixing our environment for our next generation to come. It's the same thing in music.
Maintaining our carbon footprint.
Because the music is popular because it is not popular because necessarily the people want that, but it is popular because somebody benefits from that type of behavior, so they publicize it. We're saying nothing is wrong with that, but there has to be a balance when you see visually that this thing really does have an effect on the people that you are targeting with. You know what I mean? And until we have our players, because we can't talk about those who do it. An artist who comes onto the scene and say, right now, if me do this, it make me popular. What do you think that artist going to do? They call it supply in a market. So if something is facilitating it, they're going to want to do it. So what we're saying, nothing is wrong with wanting to be seen and heard and to be popular. But at the end of the day, we must be aware of the fact that music goes to the
What
art
is
and
your
soul.
social responsibility?
Yes, you know what I mean?
Can I just say though that I believe that people who listen to music are able to exercise some kind of control over how they respond. Because if a DJ says to me, jump in the sea, and I know I can't swim, I am not going to jump in the sea, even though I might be dancing to a music that says jump in the sea. I'm not necessarily going to jump in the sea. So what I think we need to do is also recognize that there are songs that we might sing and we might dance to, but we're not necessarily going to do what the artist is telling us to do, because we
Cartel said bleach and the entire
intelligence.
nation got bleach, sis. What the artist says is powerful, man.
That's a cool point. Yeah, what you mentioned could, I mean, when you're saying that that can be a one-off situation, but not with a lot of persons. Recently, we had a woman in Atlanta, I think, that burnt her privates because there's a new song and dance called Hot It Up. So what she did was to pour some alcohol on her private parts and then use a lighter and set her thing ablaze.
But who is to be blamed for that?
I'm making the point.
Is it the music that made that woman do that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm saying
no, it's not.
Dr. Cooper. Dr. Cooper. 1 second.
One at a time.
No, Dr. Cooper, you're saying if a song is saying to you, jump in the sea, jump in the sea, you will not jump in the sea. I'm saying to you that you do have persons who will hear a song say hot it up and they go and hot it up. So I'm saying that
the music. Listen to me, people. What I'm saying is not the music that made that woman do that. It's because the woman has no sense.
It's not one woman doing it, you know. It's a lot of girls. They're not only lighting it now. They're using blocks. They're using objects because you have this selectors on the microphone telling them what to do. There's a song to accommodate it. There's the noise makers to accommodate it, and there are those who are ready to put it up on Facebook to big it up and to make it viral.
Rational person is going to set their private parts alight.
Exactly.
So why are we feeding this type of a person with this type of a behavior? Why aren't we more responsible
people,
then?
all right,
I think music is
I
entertainment.
am making an important point that whatever the artist sings, it does not automatically mean that people who have sense are going to do it.
Well, we live in a culture where we see it work that way.
What is it that is wrong with the mentality of certain people that if a DJ says to them, light yourself a fire, you are going to do it.
Exactly.
It's not the
I totally agree. That's why I said I am
have sense.
Thank you. That's why I started out by saying I am an entertainer. You understand? My job is to entertain. That don't mean that everything. Thank you. That don't mean everything you hear me sing about is what I live. Lorraine totally different from Raine.
Right.
You understand?
So
and people have common sense.
Let me ask you this,
it.
Raine. And we're not trying to cast the blame on entertainers, producers, because I believe that radio also has a responsibility.
Absolutely.
So it's a domino effect, and each of us have a part and a role to play.
I agree.
No, I'm saying all of us having a role. Do you have borderlines, Raine? I'm not talking about Lorraine now, because in listening to you say that, it's almost like you don't have any borderline or space that you will not.
limits
gap
my
that-
lyrical
yeah,
content.
do you have limitations?
Of course, absolutely.
Because ultimately, whether you're an artist or you paint or whatever,
yes,
we still have. There has to be some sort of yardstick.
Of course, but as you said, the radio plays a big role because
It's a
guess what?
domino effect, it's
I
everybody.
have songs like the song I did a while ago, "Listen." Right, which is an inspirational song, telling girls to go to school. You understand, telling boys to stay in school, and that song don't play as much as some of the
So we have to
the raunchy song.
you have
them.
to be
So
like
the
a queen and Ifreka, we stick it out.
Yeah.
No, okay. Here's the thing. I am I'm not saying that you're not
look.
versatile, but I'm saying I am versatile. So I sing on various topics, but I still have my limits, though.
What I wanted to say though, what Dr. Cooper said was important. You have sense.
Thank you.
Just
you
simple.
do. You have to have
logic.
You have to have bones.
Yes.
All right. So
Yes.
yes, you have to have sense.
Yes.
Is it fair that because you have to have sense,
Yes.
you're going to come out now on stage and do a bag of foolishness and say, you know,
You have to
you
have
have to have
sense.
sense, so
No. Yeah.
you choose whether
So you
or
just
not
chat
you
your
want to
foolishness.
follow me.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. Let's
Yes.
let's not beat around the bush.
Yeah.
Music is the greatest master.
It's the
Yes.
most
It can be
powerful.
used to do any and everything that you, if you want to change a nation, if you're watching a movie, Bones,
Yes.
and the movie is a wicked movie where it bad out of this world, and you know why you take and know the accompaniment of the soundtrack.
Yes.
Yes.
Because when you
And
mute
graphics.
that TV,
Yes.
it no matter which neck bite off or which chopping
You
of
know,
one.
move.
Yeah.
Once
Yeah.
that music that make your
Not
heart
the same impact.
it's not the same impact. So what we're saying is it's unfair to put this. Who we're talking to now, is, as Kashima said,
Yes.
the radio, the sound system,
The outlets.
the products, the
Yeah, the
people that
outlets,
selling products,
generally.
the alcohol companies.
Yes.
These, I'm
Yes.
calling them out literally.
Yes.
You are welcome to be in the space, but
Do
be
it right.
responsible.
Do it
Yeah.
right.
Be aware of the things that you associate with. How is
Right.
it affecting? Is it helping young people to develop? Or is it making them just into consumers? Is that what you want?
And I'm not saying everybody needs to be Mother Teresa.
No!
You
Queen
understand?
Ifreka and Mother
Exactly,
Teresa.
right.
Me a
All
rebel.
right.
Right.
Dr.
To
Cooper,
the
thank
very
you.
core.
Thank
You
you so
see?
much.
Can I
In the
take a
techno
point
press.
though, if the music was just
Yeah.
so powerful to make people do certain things, then if we just play Christian music all the time, everybody will just turn Christian.
It's not
Right.
Christian
It's as
music.
simple as that.
No, man.
I'll tell you something though,
I know
Dr.
that.
Cooper.
It's not
you
that.
you have made such eminent points, and of course we have to put a cap on the discussion because we're out
Yeah,
of time.
man.
Thank you so
It's
much.
taking responsibility
Right.
for this is Child's Month we're talking about
Yes.
here, and how music
And we need to
impact our
protect children by
Yes.
using different strategies
And
to
music
ensure
is
that
the
they don't have
greatest
access
one.
to certain kinds of music.
You know, one of the beautiful things about this program is that I was looking for a cap. Not only do you put a cap on it, you put a cap store
On it.
On it. Thank you so much, Dr. Cooper, and
Yes.
everyone who
We're going for a break.
participate.
Stick
We're going
and
for a
stay.
break. Don't move.
When the sun goes down and you're stepping out, step up to gold, rum bar gold.
Age 4 years for premium taste, rum bar gold.
Come join the fans, they'll tell you it's worth its weight in gold. Sip after sip, step up to gold, rum bar gold. Enjoy responsibly.
Chug it! Anniversary! Sunday, May the 15th. We have beach the grill and the anniversary. Nigga la chug it one road in a chug it run road. I hit one road in a chug it run road. Remember Beanie Man and Spice. A chug it anniversary.
Chug it!
Okay, you might see me in the Ray-Ban.
This is an IRIFM Big Up.
Hey!
Friday the 20th of May is not a holiday.
But we'll celebrate same way. Walk into any of the 15 participating bars on May 20 and celebrate Jamaica Beer Day. Part of the Jamaica Beer Festival. Cool beer specials on Heineken, Red Stripe Light and Guinness from noon to midnight. Music by ZJ Liquid, Boom Boom and many more. Jamaica Beer Day. May 20th at participating bars.
Must be 18 years or older. Drink responsibly. ID required. Visit Red Stripe Jamaica on Facebook and Instagram and see the branch for details.
Chug it!
May 15th!
Pretty girl turn up and pretty girl wine.
Chug it.
Queen speech, Negril.
Me figure just for your money when me have my own.
Chug it.
This a the new thing I shot.
Chug it.
Okay. You might see me in the Ray-Ban.
This is an IRIFM Big Up.
When the sun goes down and you're stepping out, step up to gold, rum bar gold.
Age 4 years for premium days, rum bar gold.
Come join the fans, they'll tell you it's worth its weight in gold. Sip after sip after sip, step up to gold, rum bar gold. Enjoy responsibly.
Visit sexyjamaicans.com for all your adult toys and more. Our website is up and running, so visit us at www.sexyjamaicans.com to view our wide variety of toys, enhancement, and so much more. We're located at 22 Dunrobin Avenue, Kingston 10 and 53 Quarter Deanwood Road, Kingston 5. Telephone 479-3108.
Hey, yo, you know it's Harry FM, the superior. Them had a liquor station and nothing but inferior.
Ready now. I straight up lift me the youth, them a free and I go on while I'm ready now.
So what we say?
Yeah. Me can't believe say that they go apologize. Go at the place, them alodice. Them go rap and get catch and say them not apologize. Them hard cold like them swallow ice. Yeah.
Get to paradise, hold your head up high. Them can't stop with life, can't take what's mine. Oh, what time, yeah, and we gon' live this moment for life, yeah.
Make me tell you about me.
All right, want to say welcome back.
This one is for my mom. Aerodynamic production. Boy. She carried me for 9 months, so she never complained. We coulda never diss me mama when she feel so much pain.
All right, want to say welcome back to those of you who are just joining us. You're inside the E-Buzz. Want to say big up to our sponsor, big up to Worthy Park Estate, Rum Bar Rum, truly Jamaican.
And of course, I must tell you that we have a big up, a very big up.
That we're just going to big up.
Yeah, it's the very first time that we ever have a big up. And we always does his big up. Not, we normally interview somebody, but you know him no one interview because him there France. When him there France, it means he's French. And when he's French and him call we, he's a connection. And if it's a connection and the France, his French connection. Youth!
Chug it!
Chug it! Don't bug it.
So French Connection Chug It anniversary. It is happening Sunday, May 15.
Yes, and of course, I would like to say a special hail to Donna Grant down there at a very special hotel in Negril because I'll be there. Waves Beach, Negril. Ifreka, you know the hotel, don't you? Look here. No.
Of course,
look
French
here.
Connection Chug It anniversary.
You will get the same
It
hotel.
will be featuring Beanie Man and Spice. Admission is $1,500 before 5 p.m., 2,000 after. Music by Chromatic, Hyperactive, DJ Absolute, and Mackie and Gemini. And it's from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m., so make sure you check it out.
Oh, well, you know, hear the one Ifreka, she, you know, here to me. I saw you look room, you know.
Me here. I see if me I try to see if you know you're bring it up back, right?
No, I am very proud
All right.
of begging.
You must beg nice.
Look here, Ifreka.
Begging a business in a Jamaica.
Look here, no, begging is, look here. If you look in the dictionary and look for the word begging, you will see my picture.
Okay.
Proud.
All right, so
Donna,
French
line
Connection Chug It anniversary. It's happening Sunday, May 15. Make
Waves
sure you check
Beach.
it out. $1,500 before 5 p.m., 2,000 after. Beanie Man and Spice, so make sure you check it out.
That's going to be an awesome show.
Yeah,
though.
it sounds good.
To be honest with you, I'm going to, I don't even need the room. You just go for that.
Just the connection.
No, yeah, that's a connection.
Yeah.
You understand? No. Beanie, Zaga, Zing.
No, Queen Ifreka, Raine, Seville, and Fabian, where can we find you? Where can we see you perform locally? And then for persons who are listening to us internationally, how the calendar look?
Okay.
Ryan,
we
please
start with
come here
Fabian.
because Ryan,
Do you have any events in the pipeline, Fabian?
apart from school.
Right.
Apart from school, not really. Right now, I'm working on another song to release in the summer.
Yeah.
So, I'm working on that right now, and right after that, I'm working on an EP to put out. So you can look up Fabian at Fabian _ Hamilton 17 on Instagram, Fabian Hamilton on Facebook, and Snapchat _Omega. So you can check out Fabian.
So you're everywhere on
everywhere on social media. So
I respect that. You're a businessman.
Raine?
Raine.
All right, so Instagram and Twitter at Raine Seville, RAINE SEVILLE. Instagram, Island Jams Records. Their Facebook page is Island Jams Entertainment. My Facebook page, Raine Seville Music. The Island Jams family, we're going on a summer promotional tour all over the US, so you'll find that information on our Facebook. I have my Touch video out now. The song with Black Man, Get a Paradise, that video will be done soon. And another motivational song by the whole Island Jams team. So just look out for beer things.
All right, Queen. I say Ryan, busy there.
You look here. You look like money I'm making. Ryan confused.
It's like how Raine talk the truth about our thing. I like when artists not tell no lie about them things.
Right.
When they hear a while ago, you know, say, I don't lie, she a tell.
Yeah.
Because we don't tell life and anything.
Yeah.
So basically, we have Europe and major festivals here. And, you know, as I said, the school thing, them. New songs promoting. I have also video for Ask My Granny. On social media, you can...
So give me something new now? Well, social media first.
Yeah, so on social media, it's Queen Ifreka 25, Instagram.
Right.
Facebook, Queen Ifreka, like the page. I don't really have no time for spread out, so like about across social media. So I just use
true.
when I can angle at the time. So people, I'm easily found though. So you know what I mean. We're working on the album. Tell me your name, no youth. No, TT. TMMG or something. Yeah.
TMMG, Tower Music Media Group.
Right. You know, them youth are some fresh upcoming youth. My Dreads.
Yes.
Video produced, done by them, and also deal with Charlie B, next artist in them camp. So it's all about
big
music.
artist that.
Oh yes, Stone Love. When we leave Irie the Great, we got Stone Love doing a Mother's Day thing.
Yeah.
So them asked for pass through. So
Mother's Day gone doing it.
No, but you don't know. You can't have one day.
Exactly. I would feel like it's a month.
No.
That's it.
So you know, it's just
that's tonight though.
I know I left out a whole lot of stuff that, you know, when artists come on and say, yeah, I'm going to tell them this and about.
Ryan, let's put the whole itinerary in front of
All right, we want to open the phone lines and give our listeners an opportunity to interact. Queen Ifreka, Raine Seville, and we have our music artist, Fabian Hamilton. The numbers to call are 974-5051.
974-5043.
Or 974-5079. Telephone lines are now open. We're taking your questions, big up, comments, or even if you have something to say as it relates to the discussion, because it's a discussion that has to be ongoing, and each of us play a key role, and the sooner we accept our responsibility, the easier it is. Nobody is saying, you know, be a saint, you know, but just to understand that we each have a role to play, simply put.
Yeah, so call us now. We are here, and of course...
But Queen, you mentioned the album, you know, you have a title for it, and will it be anything like Montego Bay?
Well, we don't like say better and greater than, you know, we like keep it a good and so. So what we do is stay true to message, stay true to form in terms of what we represent in music. You don't know we head knock out more time, so you know we do, but but in everything we keep it responsible. You see me?
All right.
So that's basically the album nice, you know. sprinkles
a
of
title?
combinations. Yeah, title there, but all the business set up.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, true. Hold it,
more
hold
tell your
it.
babes, say your voice sound good. You have rich money voice and so.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks, man.
Plan to make a money off of him.
Not only just make a money off of him, but come with your back broad into this industry. Yeah.
Tell him again.
Broad,
Studying business, so that
Yes.
should help.
Hold on, once we got a caller online, bust through caller, you're live. Welcome.
Yeah, Bones. Good night, sir.
Respect.
Kashiwa, good night.
Good night.
Raine, Seville, good night.
Good night.
Fire Mama, Raine, Ifreka, good night.
Blessed.
Hello?
Blessed.
Good night. Good night.
Yeah, man, and all the virgin them inside the studio there. Well, we sit down and go and listen to your program still, and I find it very interesting still. So I'm just wishing all you guys to, Father bless you in whatever you're doing, and open doors that no man can close, but you can be able to provide for your family.
Thank you.
Respect.
Give thanks.
And Ifreka, I need to link you, I need to talk to you from my RETV school to me, book you again,
Easy if you find me, Dan. Easy if you find. You hear that?
Your student still around there, sir?
Yes, man.
All right, no sorry, I'll find you.
Oh.
All right, thanks for calling. Let's take
Respect,
this one.
caller.
Buzz through calling you live.
Welcome. Bless up caller, you're live. Buzz through.
Just go on now.
Yeah, man, you're
Yeah,
live.
man, but turn off your radio.
All right. So what I am saying is that I was listening to the conversation and heard Dr. Carlin Cooper speak of the people who would accept or would do whatever a selector or an artist is telling them to do in a school. And I am saying that in our society it's obvious that we have lots of souls. Are we just going to allow them to just be fools and say because you're a fool, we're not taking any responsibility to help them? Plus, we think about children from 1 to 8 and we think those children are in their formative years. Therefore, they will listen to anything that you use that big instrument to tell them. They are very vulnerable. I agree with Queen Ifreka that now we have epidemic proportion with all of the things that are happening. Now we're not seeing all of what is happening to our children, and we feel like we have the right to do what we want to do, and we want to say what we want to say because it's also your right. I don't think that it's time now that you kind of curve anything because if you say it is not working out, the consequences of what we have been doing is bad. So we can change that little and we can do that in music. Because I am sure that music first, that is why I don't play some of them nice commercials there a while ago, Rumba, Rum and Raine, whatever, because the music, when they influence people to take that over CD or whatever, that's how it is. Please, let us not find justification and rationale because we can reason and be this intellectual hypocrite with this thing. It is not doing us good, and if we want to work together as a nation, then each individual has to make sure they make a concerted effort to make the things go better. Bless.
All right, thank you so much for sharing. I mean,
Respect.
your response sounds like it's coming from a rebel. Just, how you let it out.
Passionate
Yeah,
about
but
it.
his phone line was not rebellious. That's very distorted. But give thanks. And
Get
of
the
course,
point.
we're going
Let's
to
take one more.
Yeah, we're going to take
Buzz
another
through
caller.
calling you live.
Buzz through. Welcome. Welcome, caller. Buzz through.
Yeah, man. Blessed one.
Respect.
Shaka warrior fast. You see it?
Yeah, man. I didn't think it was you.
Bless it. What go on, Kishima?
Yeah, man. Big up.
Yeah, man. Big up. I don't know how big up Da Vinci producer.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Fire Mama.
Up.
Like we are defend the youth. Them. You see me I say?
I true, man. Our responsibility,
Oh, you mean if you feel like a wrong man, keep it to themselves.
Right now.
Straight,
Yeah.
like we are burn the fire, Mama.
Yeah, man. We give thanks.
Yeah, man. You don't know the youth are the future. You see me I say?
And we love them, and especially we're talking about Jamaican children in this case, and they're so nice.
Straight.
Oh,
yeah,
man,
man,
cut off
because
a
of the
7-year-old
artists
baby
that
head.
sing the dirty song, they have kids too,
You see me?
Yeah, man.
We have to
they
just
kids
balance
too,
up the
but
thing,
enough
man.
money they want to make. You see me I say?
True that.
Yeah,
We have
man,
to
you have
balance
to
the
take
thing,
it like
man.
Bob Marley and Buju Banton, clean music. You see me I say?
And ironically, Bob Marley died today, so we should be doing all the moment of silence and the buzz and all these things.
Straight and Bob Marley music still uplifts me same way.
And we know we don't have to sell Bob Marley. We know who he was and what he represents, and we sitting on this podium tonight, all of us discussing about our
Platform,
children,
yes.
is what a Bob Marley would love, because that is what them artists there represent and stood for.
Yes,
you know?
you're right.
Yeah, man, big up in Seville.
Big up.
Yeah, man, we
Much
like
respect.
the vibe. You see me, I say?
Thanks.
Yeah, man, just go and defend the youth, them, because youth, them are the future. You see me, I say?
That's right.
Yeah, man, we listen to your song, them, man, them nice. You see me, I say?
Thank
yeah,
you.
Man, just go and do the right thing.
Thank
right,
you.
Jamaica, that right way.
Shaka.
Yeah, man, 17-year-old, like we have the good music, brother.
Yeah, man, respect.
Yeah, man, uplift. I FM out of Philadelphia, Shaka Warrior. Yeah, man, whoa.
That's right.
All right.
Like you. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much for calling.
All right, respect. Shaka
All
Warrior.
right, we are basically on the button. We have a few minutes to go. Any uplifting words, Queen Ifreka, Raine, Seville, and Fabian Hamilton, to Jamaicans in general, and then,
your fans, yeah?
Yeah, fans and also your colleagues.
Well, personally for me, Queenie, I just love to say to Jamaican people to take responsibility for our kids. You know, we used to be a nation that care for our children and look out for them. And we had the parade so late, little youth. No, we don't even ask them if we see them anymore. You know, we have organizations like the OCA. If you see something wrong, call, report, you know, look them up online. These people are available. And just make we just look out for each other. We are a nation like that, you know what I mean? Go and support Queen Ifreka music. Call the radio station, them tell them to play the song, them play
Yeah, my like.
Tell them to play a Raine song.
Yeah.
You see me? So that's that way I say, you know, just balance the thing.
Yeah, man, more balance.
Balance the thing.
I definitely agree with Ifreka.
Yeah,
you
man.
know, play more of the positive kind of song them.
And if you send the songs them to the radio station too, you can't just
Yes.
have them and think so we're going to play them if we
Yeah.
don't
Yes.
have them. We're not going to play them if we don't have them.
Yeah, that Ryan.
I
Yeah.
believe that they have the sending
Yeah.
all pot now. They have it.
Yes.
All right. So and Raine and
Fabian.
Your words, final words. Go out of time.
It's your
All
turn.
right, they say it takes a whole village to raise a child, and I mean everybody need to put a foot forward in helping to raise our children, because a lot of things are happening out there in the society.
Okay.
And I mean, if everybody don't put a foot forward, we can't help with such a situation. You know, big up to everybody who support Fabian still, and big up the Money College family, the Castle family, my immediate family, and everybody else who say Fabian. You know, big up.
Much love to all my fans.
Right.
Much love to the Island Jams family, and everybody need to just play them part.
Much love
That's
to
it.
the Organic Art family.
You know, hello.
Me not so good
If
for
you
the
never
big
say it,
ups.
we wouldn't feel good.
No, I'm not so good for the big ups. The Bucka Virgin out at the gas station was saying, "Man, go home, go listen," and him give me one long list. So I just want him to know, so me big you up, me just remember the long list, right? Yeah, man. Organic art to the world, you hear that?
Africa, you know, one of the things that hurts me so much, you
Yes.
have a very talented brethren named Ryan.
Yes,
Yeah.
good.
All right.
I've been
National.
pressuring Ryan to sing
it
a song.
hurt.
National.
You know what I don't like?
Now make him sing a note.
He has come to this program umpteen times. Sing something,
Come
Ryan.
here.
Ryan,
Come up
come
here,
here.
sir.
Come
Yes.
here, Ryan.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Ryan,
We
sing
know
your
your
notes.
hate, we know, but we
And
make
then
money off for you
we're make him
later.
do a song with Raine.
Yeah, we don't have much time, you know, because Muta have to cut this song.
Sing us a song.
Yeah.
So for the artists, the sight of the harvest, we still find ways to survive. Oh, this place.
You see
You see
Up.
Ryan,
Yeah,
if you stop the foolishness there.
Yeah, it's about time.
At time now.
You do a song.
It's that time. All right?
But on that note, I want to say a big thank you, Raine, Seville, Fabian, Hamilton,
you.
Queen Ifreka. Thank
Yeah,
you
man,
so
big
much
up.
for coming.
Thanks all
through.
three of you.
Also, big up to Dr.
Us.
Caroline Cooper, who
Yes.
joined us
Thank you
via
all
telephone.
for being on time. We appreciate that.
Yes.
We appreciate it a lot.
Also, I want to say
You're
a big
welcome.
thank you to our team. Big up to our producer, Gavin Grant, our production assistant, Shamara Preston, and social media person, Shamara. Big up. Also, to say big up to Cubano, Mark Hudson, and
Eddington
DJ
Roberts.
Brian.
Let me give you his right.
That's our time. It's 10 o'clock in the eye. Muta Baruka is up next with The Cutting Edge. I am Kishima Francis.
And I'm DJ Bones. We want to say a very special thanks once again to our sponsors, Worthy Park Estate, Rum Bar Rum, truly Jamaican. Join us next week for another exciting edition of The Buzz.
Woohoo.
This is Crime Stop. How may I help?
You know them birds are illegal.